Draw three-dimensional figures. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to break a three-dimensional figure into its parts, and you will take corner views and turn it into a three-dimensional figure. The most common views drawn are the top, the side, and the front. So if I'm looking at this shape, easiest thing to do, I think, is to highlight the shape, and you can see that a triangle is formed. So the top part forms a triangle. If we look at the side of the shape, and I trace that, you will see that it is a rectangle. And then if I do the front of the shape, you can see that that is also a rectangle. Something else that you can do is you can use these parts, what's called a corner view. It's broken down into squares. You can use those parts to draw a three-dimensional figure. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the flat top. So I just trace or connect the dots of this shape so that I have three squares in a row. So there are my three squares. From here, from these three squares, these are the squares from the first drawing. From here, you're simply just going to make them three-dimensional. So from each corner, you draw a line down and then connect those with another line. Finally, we need to make the side piece look like this, the side. So here is what I had before. I had all of this in blue before. That's what I did in the last step. So I need to add this square on top. So if I just draw that square on top, and then I make it three-dimensional, I have my whole shape. So we added that three-dimensional square on top. So the first example, we want to draw a top, side, and a front view of the figure. So I'm going to highlight the top, and I see that the shape is a rectangle. I'm going to highlight the side, and we see that it's a square. And finally, I'm going to highlight the front, and you can see that we have yet another rectangle. So our views for the top, the yellow, was a rectangle. The side was in green. That's your square. And then the front, which was in purple, that is another rectangle. Now, we need to draw a corner view of this three-dimensional figure whose top, side, and front views are shown. They're shown on your paper. The top view is a 4x4 square. So I'm going to draw that first. My side is a 2x2 square, and the front is another 2x2 square. And there's your three-dimensional shape.